Hey, what's up? This is Hype Level, and Microsoft just held a pretty cool press conference just a couple of minutes ago. But we are not going to talk about this right now. Instead, let's take a trip down memory lane and take a look at what Microsoft's press conference looked like 10 years ago. Why? Just nostalgia, that's why. That's the only reason why. Now, before we start, you have to know that E3 2007 almost didn't happen, because by 2006, the world's biggest gaming event had grown too big and too expensive for some publishers. Rumors about the event being cancelled for the coming years soon began circulating after E3 2006 finished, but E3 survived, although in a much different fashion than in previous years. The E3 Media and Business Summit, as it was now called, was drastically downsized and relocated to Santa Monica's Barker Hangar and various hotels in the area instead of the LA Convention Center. Now, this man you see here, that's Peter Moore. He was the host for Microsoft's E3 briefing. Only 1 week after the press conference, it was confirmed that he is leaving Microsoft to work at Electronic Arts Sports Division. So, during this press conference, he already knew he was leaving. And, bonus info, just a couple of weeks ago, it was announced that Moore will be leaving EA to work at his favorite football club, Liverpool. EA even made fun of this during their E3 2017 press conference.
This past year, there's one story bigger than them all.
Oh yeah, Peter Moore becoming CEO at Liverpool. Good luck with that one, mate.
Yeah, no, Rog. No, Rog.
This will be the first E3 briefing in which every demo, in which every game you will be seeing will be coming this year.
This may seem unusual for today's standards, but in the context of the toned down E3, it makes sense to tone down the press conference as well. The only exception to the rule was Resident Evil 5. But despite this limitation, Microsoft showed off a lot of games on stage. Halo 3 stole the show as it both opened and closed the conference. I can't decide what part was weirder though. The beginning montage with random Halo screenshots and a random band that Microsoft invited to their press conference, or the end where Microsoft showed a Halo themed live action video for no reason. But looking back at this live action trailer, it can be seen as a glimpse of Halo's live action filled future. Another notable entry to the conference was Harmonix's Rock Band, that took away the Best of Show award at the E3 Game Critics Awards. Now, peripheral-driven music games were huge back then, so having Rock Band on stage was a huge deal for Microsoft, even if Moore accidentally pressed the pause button.
Oh, sorry, that's me. Lefty flip, good. There we go. Bring it back up. Got it!
Twice.
Ah, the big close. There we go, the big...
Speaking of twice, this happened during the sports game segment of Microsoft's press conference.
I'm proud to announce that this incredible 2008 lineup of EA Sports titles for Xbox 360 will run at twice the speed, twice as smooth as last season's game. That's right, twice as fast.
What does that even mean? I don't... What? Oh, and of course they brought an athlete out to present Madden, Reggie Bush.
So how about we give them a little preview of...
Why don't we show them that this game's got game like we started backstage, huh?
Now, interestingly enough, Peter Moore did not present the sports part of the conference, probably not to raise any suspicion. And of course, Microsoft presented a whole bunch of boring sales numbers, which is not unusual for press conferences at that time. To counter these boring segments, Sizzle Reels. Microsoft had a Sizzle Reel for Xbox games, for PC games, and they even made a Sizzle Reel for movies and TV shows available on the Xbox Live Marketplace. Speaking of which,
Today, I'm happy to announce that we've eclipsed the 7 million member mark. Yes.
in comparison, at the beginning of 2017, Microsoft announced that Xbox Live now has more than 55 million monthly active users, while Sony reached the 70 million active user milestone in 2017. Another big game at the show was of course Mass Effect, taking home both the Best Console Game and Best RPG award at the E3 Game Critics Awards. At that time, Mass Effect was an Xbox exclusive published by Microsoft Game Studios. Assassin's Creed was probably one of the biggest and most anticipated games of the year, and it was demoed live on stage in the longest walkthrough of Microsoft's press briefing.
Thank you. Great kill at the end. Okay, thank you. Take care. Thanks, you guys.
The only game that was even more anticipated than Assassin's Creed was GTA 4. More proudly announced that the 2 downloadable episodes for the game would be exclusively available for Xbox 360. Of course, we all know now that this was only a timed exclusive, but for the time, this announcement did surprise a lot of people. Other notable games at the conference included Lost Odyssey, Viva Pinata Party Animals, that's a family-friendly minigame collection aimed at the Wii audience, Call of Duty 4, which was presented with a live demo on stage, Project Gotham Racing 4, and Splinter Cell Conviction, a game that was also supposed to come out in 2007, but was delayed and officially put on hold in 2008. It later resurfaced at E3 2009 with a completely new art style and gameplay approach, and was eventually released in 2010 as an Xbox exclusive. And boom, there you have it. That was Microsoft's E3 press conference 10 years ago. What did you think? Did I forget something? Did you watch it back then? Do you remember the games that were shown back then? Let me know in the comments, and I hope to see all of you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and have a good night, or good day, or morning, wherever you are.